Now this illustration deals with protection of equipment. So in other words, the overcurrent device under this section is protecting the equipment. Now, reviewing the information, the NEC loop, to understand exactly what 240.3 is really requiring, you would look at 210.3, 210.20A, 210.19A1A, then you would look at 240.4A2 and 250.4A4. Now, those kind of go together, that when you read all of them, it makes better sense what 240.3 is requiring. Now, in the information, we're showing the overcurrent device, 210.20A. We're showing the protection of the equipment in accordance with 240.3, 110.14C1A, because the overcurrent device is 100 amps or less, it's 20. And then we have a continuous load in terminals at 75 degrees C, and the conductors are THWN, which are allowed to be installed in dry and damp locations according to the code 310.6 and 310.10. The branch circuit load is 23.5 amps, so we're going to calculate the size of the conductors in accordance with 210.19A1 to derate the loading of the breaker 80%, reduce it down to 80%. So step 1, 210.20A, 125% of 23.5 is 29 amp. Now, most of the time at that value, you could round that up. In step 2, we could terminate it to a 60 degree C terminal or 75 at 29 by using a 30 amp device. And you'll have to excuse me because at first I said that was a 20 amp device. I misquoted that. It's 30. And then notice step 3, based upon 29 amps, we're rounding it up to 30. And we would use a number 10 conductor here. And then we have satisfied step 3, 210.20A, 30 amp device. 240.3, protecting equipment. 240.4B allows the roundup from 29 to 30 amps. Table 240.6A lists the next size overcurrent device above 29 amps is 30. So in the solution and the answer, the size overcurrent device is 30 amps based upon the calculated load, and we are protecting the equipment per NEC by 240.3 without the manufacturer list a certain size device. Then 110.3B as in boy and C as in car would take over, and the authority having jurisdiction in accordance with 90.4 would determine then what size device would be used based upon the manufacturer's recommendation. And figure 9-1 is just illustrating the protection of the equipment, performing a calculation and selecting the overcurrent device.